Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about A3s and especially Flying Scotsman, about their history. Let's get into it. The first A1 was built in April 1922. It was named Great Northern and wore the number 1470. Flying Scotsman was the third of its kind. It was called Flying Scotsman after the service it ran, and it wore the number 1472. The A1s were designed by Sir Nigel Gresley. They built Pacifics on the East Coast Main Line for fast speed. These engines could go 100 miles an hour. Flying Scotsman was the first official engine to run 100 miles an hour in 1934, but it was not the first engine to run 100 miles an hour. That was held to City of Truro. City of Truro was the first engine to go 100 miles an hour on stopwatch timing, but Flying Scotsman was the first to do it with dynamometer cars. Flying Scotsman was the first locomotive to do the non-stop passenger train from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley on May 1st, 1928. It did a total distance of 392 miles in just 8 hours and 3 minutes. It was truly amazing for the time. Flying Scotsman was a famous engine to pull this train. In February 1924, Flying Scotsman was renumbered to 4472. That's the well-known number, and it's also well-known in apple green livery. Some of the A1s were named. Then on January 4th, 1947, Flying Scotsman was painted in BR green under British Rail in 1948 and was also numbered 60103. But in World War II, it was painted black and numbered 103. Eventually, in 1963, Flying Scotsman was withdrawn and was going to be sold for scrap. But a man named Alan Pegler decided to buy Flying Scotsman. With a lot of paperwork and persuasion with BR, he bought the engine for £3,000. Eventually, the deal was to do mainline rail tours, but since water towers and coal bunkers were uncommon when they wanted to replace them with Deltics, eventually they had an idea. Since the Deltics and other diesels were taking over, they decided to give Flying Scotsman a second tender, and that improved the runs by giving it 4,000 more gallons of water. Eventually, Flying Scotsman was really famous. It even went to America and Australia, and it became one of the first engines, in fact, probably the first, to go around the world. It was clearly amazing for an engine to do this, and it was almost stuck in America. It almost didn't make it home. Eventually, though, Flying Scotsman's legacy lived on. Eventually, the engine had a boiler ticket expired, so it had to have an overhaul, so we didn't see it for a long time. But in 2016, Flying Scotsman returned to the railway. Right now, Flying Scotsman is the only A3 preserved. It's the only one of its kind. So, it is a true fascinating sight to see. Flying Scotsman is a really, really, really fascinating engine to see. Its legacy lives on, and let's just hope Flying Scotsman has a lot more to share with us. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any locomotives you want to know the history of, let me know in the comments. See you later.